Oh, it's okay. I
have a
will
feeling
correct
that
you,
that
it's fine.
This board?
I'm talking about,
I know. You're probably not on. Look at us, look at, we get up here.
boy, this is way up.
We are doing well. We're all in our places with sunshiny faces. This is the way we start our day. Oh, man. Who invited this guy?
Somebody's spending too much time at the elementary school.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. I always get excited when I see that many blue shirts in the audience. We have quality blue shirts in our community. Highly respected. Do you want me to start this?
We're ready.
Okay. Anybody for
Not right now.
reading in or?
Not yet.
No? Okay. Well, welcome everyone. It's Thursday, March 17th. It's an Irish day of sorts. 2022s. Please. Christy, if you would, I'll call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Absolutely. Trustee Gutierrez.
Here.
Trustee Porter.
Here.
Trustee Kemper.
Here.
Trustee Bancole.
Here.
Trustee Prigi.
Here.
And Trustee Husani. Everybody is here today.
If you all would, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance We have a motion to accept the agenda.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any changes to the agenda?
Yes, could we pull 7A8 and 7A9?
8 and 9, okay. Thank you. Anyone else? Christie, call the roll.
Trustee Porter.
Yes.
Trustee Kemper.
Yes.
Trustee Bancole.
Yes.
Trustee Prigi.
Yes.
Trustee Husani.
Yes.
And Trustee Gutierrez.
Yes.
Thank you. Presentations. Are we ready? Swearing in, recognition, and recognition. All right. Firefighter paramedic Ariel Barraza, are you here? Oh, there you are. Would you like to come up with your family? Firefighter paramedic Ariel Barraza is being sworn in as a full-time firefighter paramedic this evening. He joined the Hanover Park Fire Department as a part-time firefighter EMT in December of 2019 and was appointed as a full-time firefighter paramedic on December 13th, 2021. Well done. I like that. I like that process. You know, part-time, we go full-time. Now you got to draft your replacement part-timers, right? Firefighter Barraza completed paramedic school through Sherman Hospital and became a licensed paramedic in August of 2019. Firefighter Barraza completed basic firefighter operations through the Illinois Fire Service Institute. Firefighter Barraza is currently attending Elgin Community College to obtain an associate's degree in fire science and safety. He is fully bilingual in Spanish with the ability to speak, read, and write. That is a requirement of firefighter. You got to speak, read, and write. Somebody writes this stuff up, and then I have fun with it. Because this is an evening of celebration, bringing on a new firefighter this evening, and I'm really excited with that. So, swearing in. You would. You raise your right hand. State your name.
Ariel Barraza,
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of firefighter paramedic
the duties of the office of firefighter or paramedic
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Would you like the rest of your family to come up for the photo?
Yeah.
Come on, the whole family come up, get in a photo.
It's a lot, Phil.
Who's buying dinner tonight? Very good.
Really does take a village, eh?
Do we need 2 rows?
Very good. You'll have the floor. We're going to take another photo with the chief.
Sure.
Chief. Okay.
Wait for Dave.
Did he leave? Oh, okay. Dave?
Thanks, Dave.
Okay. Before you meet the board, I have a question.
Oh.
Cubs or Sox?
Yeah.
Even though you're a Cubs. Congratulations.
Who did you hire?
We got a couple more chances here.
Okay.
It's all right.
My man, Sox fan. Good job.
Congratulations. You have a wonderful support from your family, I can see. And we're a family-oriented community. We invest in our firefighters, our police officers, good equipment, good training, and my goal is to assure you go home to your family at night with good training, good skills, good equipment, anything to drive the manager crazy because she has to spend the money. Remy only gives me 2 cents. You guys get the rest. So with that, part-time firefighter EMT, Joshua Swanson. Joshua Swanson is being recognized this evening for completing rookie school. Firefighter Swanson completed basic firefighter operations through the Romeoville Fire Academy, and firefighter Swanson has completed his ride time and has begun working shift as a part-time firefighter EMT. Joshua Swanson. My grandmother was a Swanson, and my daughter married a Swanson. So you're in good stead this evening. Get a photo? Do you have more family members?
Yes.
They're gonna,
Come up.
We can share the camera. Please join us. Very nice.
Can't cover you.
Good.
Oh.
You with them? We'll get a photo with the chiefs. Did you get my green shoes? Okay, very good. One question before you get the board. Who's ever winning?
That's who I'm voting for, really.
He's a diplomat.
I shouldn't have this much fun, but I do like swearing these
Congratulations.
fine men in
That was a good
and the
answer.
women.
Congratulations.
I don't think we have any women tonight. Thank you. All yours, Chief.
So this evening, we're very fortunate to also be recognizing 5 different individuals for receiving the Heart Saver Award on behalf of the fire department. So I please call to the front firefighter paramedic Nick Rosberg, firefighter paramedic Sean Doberful, firefighter paramedic Justin McWilliams, firefighter paramedic Baran, and firefighter paramedic Frank DeFino, who currently works for the Carroll Stream Fire Protection District, but was a part-time firefighter for us at the time of the call. So usually during a commendation ceremony, I would be reading the application or the recommendation on behalf of their company officers or their battalion chief of their shift. However, it's gratefully that I can announce that we actually have the member, the person that was affected by this call here with us this evening, and she'd like to come forward to make some comments. So I introduce Heather Bartleby.
Good evening, and thank you, Chief Forrest and Mayor Craig, for giving me the opportunity to speak to the village about how grateful I am. In the year of 2020 was a year that affected all of us in a significant way, and in so many more ways for the firefighters and first responders than any of us normal people would ever understand. And I was very grateful to be able to benefit from their expertise, their quickness, and their life-saving skills. They were called to my home at 8:30 at night or whatever it was, and the moment they arrived and came in to get me out of the bathroom, I arrested. And at that time, my husband had to watch them perform CPR, and they brought me back. And but for them, I would not have more time with my husband and my daughter and my family. And I will never be able to say how grateful I am. And all I can do is hope that every day they are safe, that they get to have the chance to save one more person, and that they get the chance to see their family every day when they get to go home. Thank you, all of you, for your tireless work on making sure you're educated, you're staying up on everything, and your dedication to our community. We couldn't be more grateful, and we couldn't be luckier to have such a fantastic team with us. So, thank you.
Those nice words are the outcome of a quality department, quality leadership, a quality board that understands service to community. And we thank them all, and I'm really appreciative for your words tonight. It means a lot. You know, we can stand up here and we can talk about good training. We can talk about helping one another. But when you see the outcomes, and you're here today to share that with us, we do feel like we're doing our job. And they're not really looking for, thank you. They're doing their job, the job they're trained to, the job they respond to, and we all value and appreciate everything we do. And I swear, if we're doing the right things, then you're gonna be okay in the future. And so will all our residents come to appreciate the good work of our leadership in this community. So thank you for those words tonight. So these firefighter paramedics are being awarded the Heart Saver citation for their direct action in an emergency medical incident that demonstrated a high standard of performance. Thank you, gentlemen. Their actions led not only to successful resuscitation of the patient in cardiac arrest, but also contributed to the successful recovery and discharge from a hospital and return to their place of residency. Thank you all, and I know you'll want to thank them all personally. Did we get a photo together?
I can easily stand in front of all of you. So. Let me take mine. How's that? Better smiles.
Very good.
Can we give these guys a standing ovation? I think Thank you. God bless you. So glad you're doing well. Thank you, sir. Good job. Good job, man. Good job. Nice representing. Good job. Thank you, sir. Good job. Outstanding. Outstanding work, sir. Thank you.
Thanks for being
Outstanding. Good job, sir.
We will.
In the interest of swearing in an officer, firefighter this evening, and recognizing others, I spent this week in Washington, D.C. I met with a number of the mayors, met with Senator Durbin. And they're going around the table in every community that was there, and there was only 8 others, mostly from Chicago on the south side, on the west side, Oak Park rather, and well, there's other communities. And they were all complaining that they're suffering with crime. Crime is serious. We take it serious in this community. And I want to acknowledge our police department and Chief, thank you. Our crime is down 22%. We are making a difference in Hanover Park because of the quality of those we hire, the retention, and the good work, the involvement in Hanover Park by those that care and come to out on the streets every day. And this board supports quality policing. And they're not afraid to challenge our actions and our behavior, and they have. But the outcome has been amazing and marvelous, and this isn't the first year. This has been going on for some time, maybe 10 years or more. We've been reducing crime every year. And every year the chief comes to me and says, you know, Mayor, we can't do this every year. We've been doing it every year, haven't we, Chief? Yes, we have. Chief Minot, thank you. So I have my report. I just said I was in D.C., so I guess, you know, I've been goofing off with learning about the quality of life, the continuing quality of life in Hanover Park and what we do. Many transportation issues. Hanover Park, along with a number of communities, are being challenged by the railroad, by the merger of the Canadian National, and Metra is aligned with us. We know that we need good quality commuter rail, and it's coming back. And so that's been a big issue. It's been my total focus for a while. Is there anyone for Town Hall?
Nobody was saying.
Okay. I want to thank my board for the good meeting we had previously on the workshop. I thought we hit all the issues, and the direction that we're looking for, I think will happen, and I'm really pleased with that effort. I want to thank you all. I want to also thank Trustee Bancoli coming in this afternoon to give us a briefing on what works and what doesn't work when we deal with our federal legislators. And as an employee of Senator Durbin, she has some experience in how grants are accepted and how they're not. And surely we're going to be even a better community because of that effort and that in consideration. Thank you, Trustee. Okay, I'm down to 7A. Am I missing anything? 7A8?
No, so you're gonna.
Oh, I got, yeah, I got to do my thing. Move to approve by omnibus vote items on the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
So it's 7A1 through 7A7 and 7A10 is on the consent agenda.
Very good. Christie, call the roll.
Trustee Kemper?
Yes.
Trustee Bancoli?
Yes.
Trustee Prigi?
Yes.
Trustee Husani?
Yes.
Trustee Gutierrez?
Yes.
And Trustee Porter?
Yes. Thank you.
7A8.
7A8, move to pass an ordinance amending paragraph D of section 10-42.5 of chapter 10 of the Municipal Code of Hanover Park, Illinois, as amended concerning an increase in the annual video game terminal tax from $1,000 to $1,500 for all terminals.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, anyone?
Yes, and I apologize because I know we previously discussed this in the workshop, but there were two more questions that I meant to ask that I forgot to ask. So the first one was, Remy, can you remind us again why we're going from 1,000 to 1,500 on 7A?
So currently, if a business is allowed to have up to 6 machines. And so we used to have 5, so 5 were at $1,000 per machine. When the state allowed a 6th machine, we allowed it, but it was at $1,500. During the budget process, when we talked about revenue enhancements, this was one of the options that the board discussed, and the recommendation and the approval in the budget was to increase those that are 1,000 to 1,500 so that each machine was the same.
Okay, so it's a state stipulation, that increase?
No, it's not required, but
Oh.
it was it is allowed. So it was recommended during the budget process as a revenue enhancement that we increase those that are 1,000 to 1,500 apiece.
Okay, thank you. And then my second question is given the issues that we've seen with the push tax ordinance, do we believe that we will also see issues with essentially obtaining this increased
No.
a tax?
We don't, they have to apply to the clerk's office in order to get the sticker for the machine, which is a requirement to operate the machine. They have to have the sticker, they will need to pay the tax that's on the.
Okay, so there's no wiggle room, like, okay,
We
okay,
s- We did send a letter out.
okay.
I was struggling with it, though, that's why I pulled it last time, so the letter went to them all. None of them came tonight to complain.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Very
That's it.
good, thank you. Any other questions? Hearing none. Christie, call the roll, please.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
Trustee Prigi?
Yes.
Trustee Husani?
Yes.
Trustee Gutierrez? Trustee Porter?
Yes.
And Trustee Kemper?
Yes.
7A9, move to pass an ordinance amending subsection 7 and 7A of section 58-42 regarding fees and Article 25, tobacco dealers of Chapter 58 of the Municipal Code of the Village of Hanover Park, Illinois, by further regulating the sale of tobacco products and related sales. We have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion?
I want to apologize. I mistakenly removed this one. I'm sorry. I was a bit too quick.
Okay.
We just discussed, I'm sorry.
Okay, we're good to go?
Yes.
All right, very good. Christie, call the roll.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
Trustee Prigi?
Yes.
Trustee Husani?
Yes.
Trustee Gutierrez? Trustee Porter?
Yes.
And Trustee Kemper?
Yes.
Thank you. 7A11, a motion to approve a 4-year striker maintenance agreement in the amount of $126,813.20 and authorize the village manager to execute the necessary documents. Further approve the purchase order with Stryker for the maintenance agreement amounting to $27,103.25 for 1 year. A 2/3 vote of the corporate authorities is required.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion? Hearing none. Madam
Yes.
Christie, call the roll, please.
Trustee Prigi?
Yes.
Trustee Husani?
Yes.
Trustee Gutierrez? Trustee Porter?
Yes.
Trustee Kemper?
Yes.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
And Mayor Craig?
Yes. 7A12, move to pass an ordinance authorizing a 5th amendment to the fiscal year 2021 budget of the Village of Hanover Park. 2/3 vote of the corporate authorities is needed.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions on the,
I did have one question.
sure.
It had to do with the general fund. So why was it that we're over by 2 million in the general fund?
Easy.
Because the revenue projected exceeded the budgeted amount. And the tax incentive is based on what the sales was. So there's no specific number or a maximum. It's just like for that year, how much did they sell, and what's given to the village is what they're gonna get.
Okay. Thank you.
Sounds good to me. Christie, call the roll.
Great. Trustee Husani?
Yes.
Trustee Gutierrez? Yes. Trustee Porter?
Yes.
Trustee Kemper?
Yes.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
And Trustee Prigi?
Yes.
Thank you. 7A13, move to approve warrant 3/17/2022 in the amount of $435,966.42.
So moved.
Second.
Do we have a motion and a second? Any questions on the warrant? Hearing none. Christie, if you would, please call the roll.
Trustee Gutierrez? Yes. Trustee Porter?
Yes.
Trustee Kemper?
Yes.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
Trustee Prigi?
Yes.
And Trustee Husani?
Yes.
Thank you. 7A14, move to approve the warrant paid in advance 2/26/2022 through 3/11/2022 in the amount of $370,791.56.
So moved.
Second.
The motion is second. Questions on the warrant paid in advance? Hearing none. Christie, call the roll, please.
Trustee Porter?
Yes.
Trustee Gutierrez? Yes. Trustee Kemper?
Yes.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
Trustee Frigie?
Yes.
And Trustee Husani?
Yes.
Thank you. 7815, approve January 2022 P cards in the amount of $21,988.77.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Questions? Hearing none. Christie, call the roll.
Trustee Porter?
Yes.
Trustee Kemper?
Yes.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
Trustee Frigie?
Yes.
Trustee Husani?
Yes.
And Trustee Gutierrez?
Thank you. Village Manager's Report, Juliana, fourth quarter financial report.
Yes, so this is the report that is through the end of 2021. There still are some revenues that are still coming in, but this gives you a good snapshot of the fourth quarter report. So we'd be happy to answer any questions you might have regarding how we ended the year. We were within budget.
Any questions of the board?
In budgeting, we talked about the bank land, we have 10 million or something like that there, that we were going to talk about renegotiating the interest. Did that happen? I thought it was March.
The agreement or our bank services will expire in June of 2022, so we are actually preparing the RFP right now to start with that process.
Okay.
We also are participating with other municipalities in an evaluation of how we're all able to invest our funds, and we're all having a challenge of not being able to invest it and receive the returns and the interests that we had in the past. And so we had been member of IMET and some other organizations, and so we're evaluating all of that currently. So I think from a timing perspective, it'll be good for that renewal as well.
We don't have any plans to rejoin IMET, do we?
We have a small amount still in IMET. We're still considered a member, but we have not added any additional funds to that.
So what are our alternatives?
That's what the DuPage Mayors and Managers Committee is looking at, is what are the alternatives.
Okay. I was still not happy with IMET and what we went through. That's why I mentioned it. Okay. Village Clerk's report, Christie?
Sorry. Okay, yes, so thank you so much to El Huda Academy for your artwork. Yesterday at the STARS program, we had 11 kids turn in artwork and 6 came, so it was a lot of fun to see them for their first time here. Also, we met as a special events committee couple weeks ago, I think it was, and we're looking forward to the Doggy Extravaganza. So mark your calendars. It is coming up here in April 2nd. So have your friends and neighbors register if they have dogs. And then also I wanted to say a huge thank you to all the staff that have been helping out while Deputy Clerk Tish has been out. So thank you to everybody who has helped me. Thank you. That is all.
Very good. Alrighty. Trustee report, Corporation Council, I can't forget the advisor.
Yeah, no report, thanks.
Thank you. My counsel in charge. Thank you very much. Righty. It's been a long time, but my wife and I took Bernie and his wife for her birthday out to dinner last week, so you all know. And it's been a while since we went out to dinner and had a nice evening. Thank you very much. I must be in a mood tonight, I don't know. You all can suffer with me. Trustee report, Trustee Gutierrez.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Trustee Kemper, thank you for always giving it your all with your outfits.
Hey, it's a good thing it's not the 19th. I'd be dressed like the Pope.
Okay.
comes to a meeting.
Council wants to know if you want to model that outfit? No? He said no.
No, it's okay.
Bernie, he said no. So.
I'm not a good one-way model, so
Okay.
I'll skip over myself.
So I've been meeting with Beth from the Alive Center, who was an amazing lady. She's been coming to all our meetings, and I think Trustee Bankole also sent us an email on this, that the Alive Center that's going to be in Tanglewood, I'm so excited about this, is opening on the 21st, and they're going to need volunteers. And we had gotten rid of the youth committee or something like that a while ago. This is a great, positive, homegrown type of effort to get people interested back in working with youth. I know that the scouts are down numbers, et cetera. This is a great program where it's 6th to 12th grade coming in after school just twice a week. And they're gonna be needing volunteers to work with the kids. Maybe you have a special talent. I volunteered to teach a couple of classes already because I have all the time in the world. And so I'm very excited and more excited so that where this is at, where they're putting it purposely. I'm very, very excited for it, and we've already started to work together. So on the 21st of April, if we can be there for the grand opening, that would be wonderful. I'd also love to see our officers there and just making themselves feel welcome at that Alive Center as well. This is also very exciting because the community economic development is like on fire lately. We have a Facebook page, we have Foodie Fridays, and now on our web page, thanks to Alex who's been working really hard on this, you can actually go on our webpage, hpil.org, and when you go to the community economic development page, or even if you search it, local jobs, if you're looking for a job or if you're looking for employees, you can do it through our webpage now. So not only do we have a list of areas that are available for development and or restaurants or businesses in the area now for job seekers or people seeking employees, and that's on our page as well. So thank you, Alex, for that. The Coalition for Positive Youth Development that I'm also on is also looking for businesses in Hanover Park that want to partner with them. So if we know of any businesses that are interested in the betterment of youth in our area, we need some of those folks present in the coalition as well. I can't push this enough. The Stop Coalition for the Canadian Pacific and Kansas City Southern merger. Now folks can tell their story. I know it's on our Facebook page. We promote it on our individual ones as well. So it's stopcpkc.com/tell your story. So we need more people to come forward and let them know what it's like to live next to these tracks, what this is possibly going to mean for them, and just the disadvantages for those that are living in that area, not even getting into what that's doing for our environment. So finally, the Historic Committee is meeting next Tuesday, and because it's still Women's History Month, we updated our display back there with some amazing pictures of fashion in the 80s. So you might want to check that out because we're really into that. And there's a picture of a young person there that sits on this board that you might be able to identify. So that's it for me. Please be safe on St. Patty's Day. Thank you.
Did I understand your note correctly? You found a photo of Baker?
We had a black and white photo. Is Officer Pini here? No. So we had a black and white photo that was not the best of Mr. Baker. But Lisa Mueller, that sits on our board, that is a librarian at Poplar Creek. We love that library, Schaumburg Library as well. Did an amazing job at fixing it so it looks like
Person?
Well, it always looked like a person, but it looks like the actual photo because it was a copy of a black and white newspaper article. But we finally got it fixed so well. She did an amazing job. So
Do we have a photo of all the previous mayors now?
we do. I think that those were given to Sue, and they're ready to roll for the Wall of Mayors with the Historic Committee.
Are you looking at me?
I am.
Because I don't know anything about this, so.
Right on you. So Sue's got those.
Somebody can fill me in then.
We're doing a Wall of Mayors, part of the Historic Committee, and all the mayors have been identified and have been found.
We tried doing that 15 years ago.
Well,
never
it's
got
finally happening. That's the end of my report.
Lisa knows how to get the job done. Trustee, thank you. Trustee Porter.
Thank you. I attended a couple of board meetings this past week, and a couple I think are worth noting. At our CETA meeting, we had a discussion about a program that's called Uplift Harvey, and what we're looking at doing is seeing if that program is something that we can duplicate in other communities. And it basically, one of the key components was that it was a very youth-involved violence prevention program, as well as some job training and some other opportunities. And it made me think, and I know, Chief, we had a discussion about this maybe early on in my tenure as a trustee about the DARE program, where, you know, we have that presence in schools and talk to the kids. And one of the values of a program like DARE is that I see as a civilian, and you can speak it from a professional point of view, but as a civilian, I see it as bridging a gap between the civilian community, especially the youngsters and the kids, and the police department, to create some trust and acceptance between those two communities. And I think that if we start building that in our elementary kids as they grow up, and some of the disturbances we see with our high school kids that react very adversarially toward law enforcement and police, maybe we can mitigate some of that if we begin cultivating those relationships with our elementary kids through a program like DARE. And I know we had a discussion, and you gave me a very eloquent definition as to why we don't do it, but I was just wondering, is that something that still exists, your reasoning for us not doing it, and is it something that we can revisit maybe as something that the village would want to be involved in?
Sure. So we did away with the DARE program going back maybe 12, 13 years ago. And really, it wasn't just from the police department that stopped that program. We were hearing back from more and more schools that due to all the state mandates being put on them, that there was no longer time for a DARE program. So before we discontinued DARE, we spoke with all the schools about what they would like to see, and they did want us to continue our presence in the schools. So at that time, we came up with a presentation team that we have at the police department made up of 4 or 5 officers, and we will still go into schools and we will present on 4 or 5 different topics we have programs for. So that has always been open up to our school, and remind them of that annually, and occasionally we do go in and we will give presentations on different topics. In addition to that, we also implemented our school familiarization program, which requires that our officers walk through the schools just about every day that are in their area. And we ask them to stagger the times that they're in there. A lot of them do go on lunch, and the idea is that they eat lunch with the kids while they're in there, and they'll stay during the break time in between classes and interact with kids. So while we did do away with the DARE program, we implemented those 2 programs in hopes of keeping our contacts with the kids in the school and letting them see us and interact with us. But again, it wasn't solely a police decision to do away with DARE. It was actually more of the school districts that were going away from DARE.
Okay. So the activities that you're now engaged in your opinion, accomplish the same objective as the DARE program in terms of building, bridging that gap between our students and our young people and the police department? You think you're achieving that same goal?
Yeah, again, we kind of take our cue from the school with our presentation team, how often they want us in there and they invite us in there. We kind of let them determine the level of participation. We certainly can't force ourselves on them, but yeah, if they want us there, several times a month, we're certainly willing to do that. And drugs is one of the, drugs, social media, those are type topics that we present on.
Okay. And so you're available on request from the individual schools, the principals and so forth?
Absolutely.
Okay, to do that, great. Well, that's good, that's good. I knew we had that discussion. I couldn't remember the particulars, but I know that they're using that program there, and they seem to be thinking that it's generating some level of success there. But I'll be glad to let them know that, what our program is and how we're moving forward with that. So thank you, Chief, for that update. The other committee that I sat in on was the Northwest Mayor's Conference Legislative Committee. We had a very good discussion this past week, and again, The main topic was the LGDF that we've been discussing. And they gave us a list and directed us to where we can find out who are the sponsors, what senators have signed on to support this House bill that's currently in the General Assembly. And as I read through this, I see that Senator Christina Castro is missing from the sponsors of this bill to restore the LGDF to the 8% level. And they are encouraging all of the people in the community, elected officials and so forth, to gently call your legislator and let them know your position on restoring the LGDF to 8%. And some of the arguments, I guess, that have come forward from the General Assembly from those who oppose this restoration is that, well, we're giving the municipalities money from so many other sources. They're getting gaming revenue, and they're getting cannabis revenue, and they're getting these other dollars. But to answer that, I would point to an article in the Daily Herald, which featured our mayor and his opinion on that. The amount of dollars that we are missing from the LGDF, no way is that gap made up from gaming revenue and cannabis revenue. It does nothing to fix that loophole or that gap in revenue. So I guess what I'm asking is that for each trustee sitting on the dais and any other residents of the area, even our administration, if you could contact Senator Castro and ask her, maybe she's changed her position, but as of the last printing of supporters, she was not on the list. So if we could contact her and just let her know how important this is, that this bill gets passed, and it's coming up in the next session, and will be up for consideration. So it's important that we get all hands on deck to get this accomplished and to get this done. So I wanted to make sure that I brought that to your attention. Other than that, that concludes my report. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. Everyone's Irish on St. Patrick's Day, so having gone to Catholic elementary school and grown up in that environment, you know, I can't get away from it. So I'm Irish today. So, but yeah, so that concludes my report.
And we love you for it. Thank you for your comments on the LGDF. I have personally sat down more than once with Christina Castro, and she's more worried about the budget than she is the gap in what municipalities are looking at. And so we're working hard with our focus on this. The 8% is $500 million in the budget. Chris Welch said initially he signed on to the bill, but he said he needs 60 Democrats to be on that. And that was a change. We had 60, and then all of a sudden we need 60 Democrats. So I'd encourage you, anybody that has any relationship with any of the Democrats, to give them a call, because we need everybody on board. And then we only need 14 individuals to veto the budget, to say this is that important to the municipalities. If Hanover Park's down 22 million or the pit since 2013, can you imagine what the others are? Hoffman Estates, they're down 29 million. That's a big gap. And then you wonder why some things aren't getting done, why some streets aren't getting paved, or why you can answer that question yourself. But it's fair to say that after since actually it was implemented in 2011, that the time has come to acknowledge that basic services that come from the local government distributive fund feed our police department, to feed our fire department, basic services that we provide to the community. And without those, these small communities, they wouldn't be doing anything. And we have problems, many communities have problems with crime, and they're cutting police officers to make up for the budget gap. And so when you look at that over a period of time, it's quite frightening. And I will have the opportunity this coming Wednesday with the Illinois Municipal League, who invited Chris Welch, Don Harmon, and the governor to come to hear what the mayors have to say. And as bashful as I am, you know, they're going to be heard from. So with that, thank you for your comments. And I apologize for interrupting the flow trustee to trustee. But it's an issue that's deep in my heart right now. Trustee Kemper?
Yeah, okay, so I'm a member of the Illinois Plumbing Inspectors Association. Yesterday we had one of our continuing education classes. Anthony Fatigato, one of the state inspectors, was there representing IDPH. And he brought up the lead service program. Here in Hanover Park, we don't have to worry about that, but there is probably one item down there that we're gonna have to comply with, and that's submit the state with the number of lead water services that we have. And I believe that number is 0. And thank God for that, because that's a lot of money that a lot of municipalities are gonna have to deal with and come up with programs for that technically they don't have and the state doesn't have right now. And you're gonna have a lot of low-income families that are in these lead water service homes, especially in the city of Chicago and the outlying suburbs that are, and there's a timetable on when all these lead services have to be removed and replaced. And it's a big sticker shock that's gonna happen to some of these municipalities, because the state is relying, the way that I understand the wording in the law that was signed by Pritzker in January, is trying to push it off to the municipalities, but they're gonna try and also develop a program in the state. So there's a timeline. I think it's a 7-year timeline. And I'm gonna really be surprised if that timeline is met. So, but outside of that, we don't have to worry about that. So thank God for that. But I do want to say, yes, happy St. Patrick's Day. Today is everybody's Irish. And on Saturday the 19th, everybody's Italian, so wear red. January 19th is St. Joseph's Day. And also, Friday, wear red to remember everyone deployed. So red, remember everyone deployed every Friday, wear red. Especially now that we have at least 9,000, probably more additional troops have been sent to Poland. So let's keep them in our thoughts.
I can wear my Cubs jersey.
Does it got red in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So you wear it.
So, okay, thank you. I assumed you were finished.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh. Trustee Bancole.
Yes, thank you. I'd also like to wish everyone a happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm loving all the green. Everyone looks very Irish today. Recently, I was able to assist with putting together an introductory meeting between Cook County Commissioner Kevin Morrison and Stephen Bassetti from our Hanover Park District. There was a request made to make that connection, just to talk a little bit more about Cook County's ARPA funding and if there would be any set-asides to entities such as park districts. Unfortunately, no, but we continue to wait on the state to create a new, essentially a new grant program that would, so let me back up. Our townships and our park districts and entities such as that were not able to partake in ARPA funds. And so we are looking to our state to create a grant program in which townships and park districts can apply to these funds and receive this financial assistance. This was supposed to occur by last veto session, so October of 2021. It hasn't occurred yet. And so we continue to wait for that avenue to assist our park districts. I was also able to recently attend the Stonegate reopening with Trustee Husseini and our mayor. I want to thank Trustee Husseini for letting us know about that opportunity. It's always a pleasure to celebrate the opening of a new place where people can gather. And although it's outside our village limits, I'm confident that it will serve our residents with whatever event needs that they may have. But it's also just exciting to celebrate another minority business owner in the area. So thank you, Trustee Husseini. And last but not least, it is Women's History Month. I've been able to participate in a couple of International Women's History Month discussions. The last one I was able to attend, I served as a panelist at Hanover Township in partnership with ARA, and the topic was on challenging biases. So again, we're halfway through the month, but I would challenge everyone to dive in and just learn a little bit more about some of the groundbreaking things that women have done in our history. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Very well. Trustee Prigge.
It's a broken record, but happy St. Patrick's Day. Other than that, no report.
Thank you. Trustee Husani.
Yes, we had a CIDC meeting, we attempted to have a CIDC meeting Tuesday, I should say that, but there was lack of participants. We have 2 participants that are almost absent because of their own reasons. One is drafted, the other one is out of the area. Mayor, the request is to shrink in that number so we can meet. Most of us were there, only one was missing who could have made it, and we couldn't have the meeting with CIDC. With that, also, I want to request everybody here, staff and trustees and mayor, if you have somebody else to add to CIDC meeting, we should think about that. And I'm actively looking as well to recommend that
Let's
to
have
you.
a discussion on
Yeah.
the needs and wants of the committee.
Yes, so that would be great to, we're just 4 people, 5 people were there, but I'm liaison, so I'm not part of that. But it's just everybody coming there and not having a meeting is just, so that is the request. Chief Manu, I'm so sorry to hear about your loss. And I was shaken. I wanted to come in person. My mom raised me. And even, don't take me wrong, I had a dad always, but he was strict, old school. So we always went to mom for everything. So just for 2 weeks, I couldn't get control of myself after her passing. So it's just hearing that, it kind of, I wanted to meet you in person. I apologize for not showing up on the weekend, Sunday. I wanted to come. And just to change the topic, who takes retirements in their 40s? Yeah. Like, Ray, what were you thinking? But enjoy the time with the family. I know we have a time until May, but
40?
Huh? I don't ask for the age. I just assume. He's very young. He's very young.
I'm waiting for an answer, though.
They're saying who retires in their 40s.
Just take it as a compliment. That's it. You don't need to clarify.
So let me pitch in. 6 years ago, he advised me that he would be retiring in 5 years. So I've been counting my blessings every day since. So we're at 6 years, right, Chief?
Really?
And I know it's a great transition going through it myself. I had to jump from one 24/7 job to another, which I've done here, even though it's not 24/7, but we have a great staff that deals with me. So
Doesn't the
complete your
board
comment.
have to approve these retirements?
just for Chief Manu, we
I
want to
didn't
put it on the
receive any
agenda. Have a
information.
discussion.
They got
No
a
one-
song.
Did someone ask for your permission to? Did he ask? He didn't ask for mine.
Mine,
Are you making
Did
a
he ask
move
for
right
votes,
now? That's
sir?
what's happening here?
I'd like to move, I'd like to make them, no.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to stop the retirement.
I think he should.
He's been singing the song, so long, been good to know ya. Yeah,
All
we're
right.
gonna have fun with Chief Minot.
Thank you, that was my report.
That's it?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let's see, let me turn the page.
Closed session.
What can be left? Executive session. Oh, my goodness. All right, Section 2C5, land acquisition. B, Section 2C11, pending and probable litigation. And C, Section 2C21, review of executive session minutes. We have a motion?
Second.
Second.
Motion and second.
We will-
Christie, call the roll.
We will not be returning.
We
Pardon
will
me?
not be returning.
We will not be returning.
Hopefully. No, we will not be returning.
Trustee Kemper?
Yes.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
Trustee Prigi?
Yes.
Trustee Kusani?
Yes.
Trustee Gutierrez? And Trustee Porter?
Yes. Thank you very much. We have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Christie, call the roll.
Trustee Bancole?
Yes.
Trustee Prigi?
Yes.
Trustee Husani?
Yes.
Trustee Gutierrez? Trustee Porter?
Yes.
And Trustee Kemper?
Yes.